Welcome back, everyone, to I'm No Genius. As always, I'm Eli, and joining me today is Grant Sherman. Grant, how are you doing? Long time no see, buddy.
I'm doing awesome. I'm so happy to be here. It's been a busy past few weeks with school, work, and I know I've been sad, haven't been able to make the past few episodes, but happy to be here today.
Well, Grant, it's not easy being a guy who's taken 19 credit hours, working two full-time jobs, and being a single father while you're at it. It's just crazy. You got a lot of stuff on your plate, man.
Student athlete as well, Team Grant Williams. We're in the round of 16.
Yeah, how's the intramural season going? Is it close to being over?
So we got a first round bye. So we just played the round of 32. Now we're on to the round of 16. We play, I think Wednesday at 5, and if we win, then we play again Wednesday at 9 to get to the whatever Final Four. So
Amazing.
we're doing good.
Doing pretty good.
Senior year.
Yeah, I'm going to go into sports reporter mode really quick. Grant, you guys have had a lot of success this year. What's been the key to that success?
We're all seniors. Give all the credit to the team. We've been doing this for a long time and just finally coming all together. So
Most athletes would give all the credit to God, but it's whatever.
yeah, team and maybe
Yeah,
God.
yeah, goes without saying. You know what I mean? Goes
Yeah,
without saying.
always practice here.
When you say team, how much of the team, is there a certain player that stands out to you as like, that's our guy, old reliable, we call him.
I don't know. I feel like we're a really good, well balanced team down the stretch. Garrett's our kind of our go-to
That,
whenever we
that's
need a bucket. But
that's what I was
yeah,
fishing. That's what I was fishing for right there. Yeah. So
I think if you would ask him, he would say we're a pretty well balanced team. We get points from just about everyone. Everyone contributes. Pretty deep bench. Yeah, excited to update you next week.
heck yeah, man. Yeah, Garrett Meddock. We all know he's quite the talented basketball player. I recently saw him at the Tays Valley Senior Night. I'm recording this on a Saturday. That was yesterday, Friday, and Garrett played extremely well during the 3-point halftime shootout. And they had to cut him off after he made like 15 threes in a row. So we know what he can do on a
I would
court.
expect nothing less. Anytime they announce that during halftime, he's the first one down there on the court.
Yeah, and my dad, it was sad because my dad he's part of the boosters, so he was helping to like run it and everything. And so he said, "No, Garrett, you're done. You're cut. I got to cut you off. I'm sorry." Like,
Is it? I don't remember. Is it? I remember at our school dances, didn't you used to get money if you like made it? You got like $5. Do they do that at the halftime?
yeah, so
You raking in the
yeah,
all the fives.
so you pay $1, and if you make the shot, you get $2 back. So you have a chance to double your money basically. And when most of your clientele is a bunch of third graders who can't even get the ball up towards the hoop, you make a lot of money. So
And then you got Garrett. Just can't
then you got Garrett, yeah, who takes all the money right back. So that's
yeah.
that's his tax though. He 3-point record at Tays Valley for a reason. Am I right, Garrett? We're just talking about this is a Garrett episode. And he's not even here.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely our guy down the stretch, though. He's really good to have on our team.
Well,
Excited
good.
to see what we
Yeah,
can do on Wednesday.
yeah.
How you?
I'm doing pretty good for the most part. Work is going well. We had a crazy week. Had a couple of fires and everything, gas leaks and stuff like that. We had one house that like imploded. The gas tank like just exploded or whatever, and there was no fire.
That's not
Like
good. Was everyone okay?
no injuries.
Okay. No one's
Yes.
home.
No, two people were home, but like I guess they got them out or whatever. Like it was
Weird.
kind of a miraculous turn of events. But yeah, crazy week of news in Dayton this week. Now more towards the personal side. Grant, as you know, I'm a content creator, as we all are, basically. But I don't create. I steal, really, music from other artists, and I put
Mhm.
it on the line on the internet. And that includes Instagram, it includes TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And the reason I'm telling you this is because, Grant, I'm getting cyberbullied.
Can't have that. Absolutely can't have that.
we had so much training back in middle school saying that this is not okay, and
On what platform?
it's on Facebook, Grant.
That's why I don't have Facebook. I'm not there to defend you. Anytime I see something like that on Instagram, I'm always the first one to your defense, commenting, get out of here.
We don't want you here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were not there, and GoCats.17 is also not there,
Mm.
which we have recently found out is just Adam McManus's burner account. Which still, I don't know how he made that. I didn't think he could make that.
I didn't think,
So
yeah. Yeah.
he fooled all of us. But Grant, I'm getting cyberbullied by a demographic that I never thought would ever cyberbully me, and it's a bunch of white dudes in their 50s.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Grant, I like to make videos like educating people on how to play simple. Yeah, how to play. Yeah, I
I
wanted
think
to.
I'm part 75 and I still have no idea, but I love the
Hey,
videos.
thank you. At least you're being entertained in some
Yeah.
way.
Sound great.
Which, by the way, I did a cover of "I Only Want to Be with You" by Hootie and the Blowfish, and the actual Hootie and the Blowfish Instagram account like tagged me in one of their posts,
Really?
which
That's pretty
which yeah was really cool. I was like, Hootie, I love you.
That's awesome. I didn't see that you posted that one. But
Yeah.
what are these guys on Facebook saying?
Grant, they're being real mean. They're being real mean, but also correct. They're just stating what I already know, but on the internet, so it's hurtful. One guy who's he's a white dude in his 50s. Just envision what you will. He said after I think I did "Country Boy" by Alan Jackson or something. Good song.
Yeah.
And in the caption, I want to state this. I said I don't have a truck. I have a 2016 Chevy Malibu that gets great gas mileage. Very proud of it.
Okay. Out there. Yeah.
But the guy said, "Oh, you're about as country as a cab driver," and which, to his credit, that was pretty funny. And so I just, I was willing to accept it. I was going to play right back into my commented towards him. I was just like, "Oh, what gave me away? Was it the sweatpants or the clean hands?" And his response was not so clever, but straight to the point. He said, "It's because you're gay."
See, I mean, it was funny at first and you were having some fun with him, but there's no need to do that. I mean,
Yeah, which I believe the comment has since been taken down, presumably because maybe his wife saw it or something and said we can't have that on the internet. Just like so, he's
grown
been
man.
he's been censored. But there's another dude that commented today. I did a tutorial on "Against the Wind." You know that song? I've been running against the wind by Bob Seger. Like,
If I heard it, probably I'd recognize it.
yeah, it's kind of a popular song, and I did explaining the chords and everything. And this guy, he changes the lyrics because it's supposed to be "against the wind, we were running against the wind," but he said "against the men, we were rubbing against the men." And again, that is very clever. I can't fault you for that. That was really good. But I can't let things go. So I came back and I said, "Hey, what you do on your Friday nights is your business." And to this guy's credit, he actually he laughed at what I
Yeah.
said. He
Well, see, that's good. Like he's just back and forth. It's funny.
yeah.
There's no harm in that. I mean, it was funny.
It was funny. It made me chuckle, and I think we're all we part ways as unlikely friends. And the funniest thing was, after all this went down, I went back and I looked at his comment again because I wanted to screenshot it. And take a guess what the guy's name was.
It wasn't Go Cats, whatever.
It wasn't go. No, it was his name was Mike Cox Cox.
Oh, clever.
Yeah, I mean, which that would have been such a better comment if I thought of that on the spot. But
It's okay.
at least
You live in
you live and you learn. And he laughed. And what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that I'm not actually getting cyberbullied. I am merely interacting with my fellow Facebook users and everything. again, we're not really in the same demographic. They could literally be my father, old enough to be my father. So we're just having some good old fashioned fun over the internet. Let's bring back some fun over the internet, people.
On, they're not saying slurs or anything. I mean, it's okay for now,
Yeah.
as long as it
For
doesn't get any further.
Yeah, Grant, you took the words right out of my mouth. It could be a lot worse. They could be
Could be
saying
worse.
it could be saying far worse things. They may be taking it easy on me at the end of
Yeah.
the day, or maybe they just see that I'm an appealing personality and they don't want to really hurt my feelings. I like to believe the second one, but it doesn't matter. But it brings me to my second point. Sorry, Grant, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, speaking of content creators, I think I found a new favorite podcast.
What's that?
It's these guys. I think they're like 12 years old. MD Foodie Boys.
Okay.
These guys have it's a food podcast.
All right.
12-year-olds who have no real world experience. So every day is like, what are we going to talk about today? Pizza. Okay, what's your guys' favorite pizza topping? I like cheese. If I had to get crazy, it'd probably be maybe pepperoni.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Hey, what do you guys want to talk about next week? We can talk about wings. But it's here.
I'm just if I had to choose, it'd probably be like pepperoni, but I'm just a regular cheese guy.
I just do cheese. I just do cheese. I don't really like pepperoni. It's a weird taste.
I'll do pepperoni, but same thing. Like,
Yeah.
A lot of people are big pepperoni fans.
I think meat lovers too. I have meat lovers go.
I'm
That
not a
one
big
was
fan of it.
crazy.
I'm not a big fan of like the sausage in general.
I've never had a meat lovers.
These kids have 100,000 followers on Instagram, by the way.
Yeah. Grant, I think we learned a lesson here. Sometimes simplicity is the best route.
It's the way to go. These kids are amazing because these are all the same takes I would have had at this age.
Wait, my question is, Grant, how long are these episodes, and do they stretch out the entire pizza topping conversation to a full hour, or are they literally done after 2 minutes?
So I'm going to be fully transparent here. I've never actually listened to a whole episode. I just see the clips on TikTok and Reels, but um, they can't last longer than 5 minutes with the way these conversations go.
I mean,
They had ones explaining what dry rub was on wings, and that was like the whole episode.
I mean, at least they're advertising what they're selling. Basically, you want food. We're going to talk about food. We're not going to talk about anything else. Okay. And
Crazy, just the simple stuff, the stuff they know.
you have to respect that, and you have to respect the initiative to create something of any substance at 12 years old, which
Yeah.
which I think
They
is
have
pretty
like
cool.
it's like a full like real studio. I don't even know where they got the equipment, who they got it from, but good for them. Would love to collab sometime.
Yeah,
You know, it's big for us at this point.
yeah. They've far surpassed us in very limited time, apparently. But yeah, I mean, Grant, this makes me feel a little bit dumb from when we first started our podcast because these guys are 12, professional studio, professional equipment, and everything. We were, I believe, 19, 20, and we shared one microphone.
Yeah, just put it in the middle of the table. It was like four guys and Brian O'Connor's biggest fan.
Yeah,
Name of our first episode.
yeah, and
Audio on that was awesome.
yeah, which like it was bad because I myself am a pretty loud individual. I'm willing to recognize that. And Adam is not a very loud individual. And we had the microphone closest to my face and farthest away from Adam. So anytime Adam said anything, regardless of how funny it was, we just could not hear him.
We have a lot of pretty memorable Adam audio moments on this show. I think my favorite was the what was it in his house? The air compressor or whatever that went off in the middle of the episode.
I remember that.
He was like, "Oh, it was just right next to me. I didn't even realize that it would do that." Like, why
Yeah.
are you right next to it?
that was back when Adam was finishing up his, or like redoing his house and everything, and Ivy was painting, and like Adam like was doing something with the air compressor, and so he just pops up a lawn chair in the middle of his living room, sits down with his laptop in his lap, and just does the episode just like that. It's that angle right there. It's just like, and Adam's not a chubby guy. He's very skinny, but like with that angle, anybody would have a double chin there.
It was so funny walking into his house for the first time and seeing like the spot, because you can like it's a distinct spot where
Yeah.
he sits, and it's like it's tucked away in this little corner. I'm like, why do you sit right there? You have like a whole kitchen and a place to sit, but that's his spot. It's where he does the podcast.
Have you been to Adam's house recently?
I think the last time it was the Michigan game. So
Yeah, it's about like 3 months ago. Yeah. Adam had a bunch of us over recently. We played Quiplash at his house, which, by the way, I love Quiplash. I mean, I know it's a cheesy party game, but sometimes you need some cheese in your life before you have some pepperoni. Again, we're waiting on that collab. Like, we want that collab to happen. But
shout out to the Foodie Boys.
yeah, but like Adam's house now, like when he first bought it, like, he redid basically everything. Like repainted, tore up flooring, stuff like that. Now it like looks really, really nice. So I want to brag on Adam here. Hats off to him. Very nice job on the house. But you can tell right now that Ivy is still going to put some decorations in there, because it does look a little bit bare on a lot of walls. But except for one wall, which Adam brought from his bachelor pad days, he has a framed copy of the United States Constitution and just an American flag on one of the walls.
Just down in the living room, or just
Yeah, right. The first thing you see when you walk in.
awesome. Set the tone.
I wouldn't have it any other way with Adam, really.
That sounds about right.
And I'm sure once those two crazy kids get hitched, and then life starts to happen, I'm sure that wall's going to fill up with pictures, and I wouldn't say more meaningful stuff, because the Constitution is pretty meaningful to Adam, but a lot of meaningful stuff in his house. So
We can, yeah, getting hitched. That's coming up very 2 months and a couple weeks. Yeah. Wow.
under 3 months, which is just freaking crazy. I remember when,
Yeah.
huh?
You got in your suit yet?
I got fitted for mine. Yeah.
When do we have to do that by?
Well, Adam said preferably by this weekend at you can do it at any Men's Warehouse. So you don't have to do it like, wherever. Just make sure wherever you pick it up, it's like close to your home, or like wherever you're going to be like a couple days before the wedding, because I told them, like, I went to the one in Upper Arlington. I got fitted up there, and they said, "Do you want to pick it back up here?" And I was just like, "This is the closest one to my home. Yeah, I'll pick it up here. Doesn't matter." I didn't realize that they said, "Okay, you're going to pick up the suit on Wednesday before the wedding, and you have to be there in person so that they can like adjust anything, last second adjustments if you gain or lose weight." I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm willing to accept my suit will be baggy on me, but I do not want to be busting out of this thing. So yeah, I need to change the pickup location to down here in Daytona, so we can pick that bad boy up after work.
More convenient.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get on that.
Yeah. But Grant, I mean, you and I, we, no brag here, but we are groomsmen in 3 weddings this year. How do you feel?
Very excited, very happy for my friends. Yeah, I'm just excited for all of them.
Yeah, very, very, I was not surprised, but, I was thinking, yeah, that seems about right to be on the list, the short list and starting lineup. I don't care if I'm the leading scorer. I just want to be at the starting lineup. That would be great. That's my motto. But Grant, I did not account for, when I was young, I was making friends left and right. Everybody wanted some Eli, and I was giving them some Eli. That's all I can do. That's the only thing I can offer is myself, and I'm going to offer all of me. But I did not realize that so many people would want all of me. I have six, seven really close friends, and I realize now that I might be a groomsman for their weddings 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, they're a hot commodity.
Yeah,
And you got
which
some brothers.
yeah, I got some brothers too, so I didn't even think about them. But what I'm trying to say here is, Grant, I'm so happy to be groomsman. I can't wait to be there for my friends, but I did not realize how much of a financial toll this would take on me renting out a suit and going to 6 or 7 different bachelor parties.
Probably wedding gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the downside of being Eli Burgett, making all these friends, being popular. But I mean,
Yeah, man.
these guys are our best friends, and um, I'm very excited. I hope you're excited for Adam and Ivy's. I hope you've finally came around on that. But I know personally, I'm excited for all three.
I've been swayed, Grant.
Yeah.
I've been swayed. I think it's going to be a good wedding, really.
Good.
But
That's good. Good to clip it.
yeah, glad I finally accepted that. But yeah, I made the mistake of complaining about, oh my gosh, I have to pay for so many suits to Cam recently,
Mhm.
and Cam said, Eli, you understand I'm paying for the entire wedding, right? And I was just like, oh, that's a good point. It's like, I was just looking for someone to vent to, and he said, oh, no, I'm just going to shut that down right now. But yeah, that's a lot of weddings this year. A lot of things that we're excited for coming up. Another thing that we're excited for coming up, Grant, you and I, we don't text individually a lot. We always text in a group chat, but you and I, we don't direct message each other a lot. But there's an exception when it comes to an upcoming movie that is directed by Christopher Nolan. We message each other back and forth about this movie like crazy, and it is the Odyssey movie. Grant, your thoughts? How did you come across this upcoming masterpiece?
I'm gonna be honest. I think first time I saw something about it would have been either Instagram or TikTok. I follow these movie accounts where it's like all the newest news for different upcoming films, shows. And I saw it. I had to watch some videos to kind of refresh myself on what the Odyssey was about. Um, never read it. I'm gonna be honest. Watched the Spark Note video.
Yeah.
But I am very excited, and they're to the point now where they're releasing. I don't know if they've started filming, but different sets in different places. Did you see the one in Morocco? That they're.
I did not see the one in Morocco.
I'll have to send you that.
Yeah.
They released that, and then they have some pictures of Matt Damon as Odysseus. So I am very, very excited for this movie.
Yeah, very, very excited. The cast is similar to the Oscar-winning Oppenheimer that came out in 2023. The cast is stacked for this here Odyssey movie. It's got Matt Damon, Tom Holland, and, just a bunch of other actors and everything. I'm not going to list the entire roster. We'd be here for an eternity. But I'm very, very excited because in Christopher Nolan we trust. And the only thing that worries me is Matt Damon. I love Matt Damon. Matt Damon's a great actor, but he can't pull off an accent to save his life. So unless Odysseus is going to sound, with Pakika and Harvard Yard or something like that, he's going to sound like Goodwill Hunting. I don't know what's going to happen. Seriously, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a great actor. He's been in a lot of films. I'm sure he'll figure something out. Probably won't. He'll figure it out. He'll be okay. Speaking of a strange, not to get off the Odyssey, but a strange casting. I saw I don't know if I sent you this, a Scorsese film where he cast Dwayne Johnson as the lead actor. The Rock is probably one of my least favorite actors. I don't really think he has a lot of range. I mean, there's like a few movies, Central Intelligence, like just kind of cheesy comedy movies where he's funny in, but him in a Martin Scorsese film will be interesting. So I don't know, you just brought up a strange casting with range, so had to see what you thought about that.
Yeah, Mr. The Rock, he's a strange case for me because, like you said, I like a lot of his stuff, preferably when he's being funny, when there's like a comedic tone to it. But everything else, I don't know. I haven't seen much range with that, as you said. And apparently, there's also like a clause in all of his contracts for his movies that he can't lose a fight or something. I don't know if I made that up, but like he's not allowed to like lose a fight against anyone, which can be difficult when in the Fast and the Furious movies, Vin Diesel and Jason Statham have similar like clauses in their contracts, and they fight each other a lot. So every fight ends in like a stalemate.
I had no idea that those even existed.
Yeah, what he made him exist. He made it happen. You know why? Because he's The Rock. So, but yeah, that's strange. Like, is Scorsese coming out with something new in the next couple of years, or what?
It's some movie where he's some Hawaiian mob boss. So I mean, I guess it kind of fits the whatever
There's not,
as an actor. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm sure any Martin Scorsese movie is.
yeah. There's not a lot of A-list Hawaiian actors out there, are there? Like we need to change that, don't we? We need some more Hawaiians up at the top of the call sheet.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when I was thinking The Rock wasn't a great casting, and then I was like, well, who else would he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I have a limited list, but I'm sure that there's some other ones out there.
Yeah, who else is it going to be to get some butts and seats? But yeah, a couple of movies coming out that we're excited and perplexed by. Grant, when's the last time we saw a movie in theaters together?
And together?
Yeah, or where you and I were at least in the same theater, not like sitting next to each other, but like we all went like as a group to see a movie or something like that.
Did we watch Oppenheimer together?
We did, but that was in 2023.
I don't know if there's been anyone since then.
That's so sad.
Yeah, Barbenheimer.
But I didn't even watch. To this day I still haven't watched Barbie. Not because I'm
Really?
not because I'm avoiding it, but like every time I see it, I was like, oh yeah, I'll get around to that. But like I just never do.
Oh yeah, I went with Cam, Alexa, and Jeremy to watch that. Yeah, I guess you weren't there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Going
we
to
get-
they're
yeah.
always fun. We got some good ones coming up that we'll have to go watch.
Yeah, we got a movie. Yeah, we got to watch a movie coming up sometime soon. But when Cam and we watched Captain America, the new one that just came out, Brave New World.
Yeah.
That I'm not. We talked about it in last week's episode, so I'm not going to get into it too much. But like, as our devout viewers know, Grant does this thing during every movie during the previews, where he'll watch the preview, and then similar to a Roman emperor in the Colosseum watching a gladiator match, he will give a thumb up if the movie is a must watch, and he will give a thumb down if the movie is a no-go. And sometimes he's still a little bit undecided. Sometimes he's right here in the middle, but usually he's pretty definitive yes or no. Grant, what do you remember when this started or why it started?
I'm gonna be honest, it probably just started with a bad movie, and I just gave it a thumb down. It's like it's not just with you guys. I find myself doing it when I go to movies with Kylie at this point. I think I got a pretty good hit rate on my rating system. Usually pretty spot on. Yeah, it's like Dave Portnoy's pizza scale.
It's
Maybe
it's
not as in depth, but it's usually pretty good.
it's strictly based off of vibes. Now,
Oh, yeah.
now, Grant, like maybe I'm asking, this is a tall task, but like, are there any movies that you maybe reviewed in the theater and you were incorrect about? That you went back and watched and you said, you know what, I had doubts about this one, but it was actually pretty good, or I was really hyped for this one, turned out really bad. Anything that comes to mind?
I think the first one that comes to mind would have probably been Barbie. When I first saw the trailer, it's like, what is this? Why are we having this? Yeah, not bad. I mean, if you go into it with low expectations like I did, it's not terrible. It's not like a mind-blowing, moving movie. It's just a funny movie. Will Ferrell, Ryan Gosling, and Margot Robbie. So
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure if yeah. Back in the middle. That's good. One thing I think, if I'm remembering this correctly, I think you gave a thumb down to the trailer for the Ryan Gosling action movie, The Fall Guy, that came out recently.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
And did you not watch that and say, "Wow, that was actually pretty good"?
I've watched that multiple times since then. Really, really good movie. I think it was just the trailer. I didn't quite understand the plot, and it just looked goofy. I didn't fully get it. I didn't understand that it was a comedy movie. Any comedy movie with Ryan Gosling is pretty awesome. We were just talking the other day, one of my coworkers, about what's the name of it? The one with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Oh, The Nice Guys. I love The
Yeah.
Nice Guys.
Oh, that's a really good movie. I just randomly saw it one day pop up on Netflix, and I was like, give it a shot.
I I love like Ryan Gosling needs to do more movies that are comedies and set in the 70s because for some reason he just makes that look work. Like he makes the whole 70s vibe really work. And I love The Nice Guys. I'm with you there, Grant. But Grant, I think we can call that an end to this episode. Do you want to have a life lesson to wrap this baby up?
Life lesson.
I know it's been a while. You haven't had to give a life lesson in forever.
Yeah, I know.
And typically you don't actually give a life lesson. You just say, don't listen to me. Don't listen to this podcast. Go
Yeah, okay.
home.
So yeah, do not listen to us. Don't listen to this podcast. But if you are gonna listen to one, go listen to I think it's MD Foodie Boys. Yeah, give them a listen. They're on the come up. Go listen
Yeah.
to MD. They have some great food takes.
Yeah, I mean, Grant, I'm just going to kind of second what you just said there. Guys, give a thumbs up to the podcast that Grant is referring to. Give a thumbs up to Eli Burgett Music. I'd really appreciate it. And guys, give a thumbs up to upcoming movies and give a thumbs up to any I'm No Genius podcast episodes that will be produced in the future because Lord knows we're not going away no matter how much you guys want us to. And we love you for listening. Thank you. Yeah. And with that, I'm Eli and he's Grant. For everyone here at I'm No Genius, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.